Hi, this is Chrissy Ellis from Kansas City, Missouri. And when I'm not crying over Fantasmic and Happily Ever After or looking up new restaurants for our October 2019 trip, I'm going geekin' on Walt Disney World with Curtis, Lindsay, and the whole Geekin' gang.
Hey, Disney World geeks, Curtis Stone here, and welcome to episode 363 of the Geekin' on Walt Disney World podcast. This week, two best friends take their 7 kids to Disney World. It's our newest super geek, Erin Smith, and she joins us to review her July Disney World trip. And I'm glad you're here listening to our show if you're new to the podcast. I started the show 6 years ago with my daughter, Lindsay, and we started talking about our Disney World trips, and then we started bringing on other Disney World geeks to tell all their trip stories. I love bringing you guys onto the show. I was amazed by a lot of things, but especially how positive and caring our listeners were. And before too long, they started calling me their podfather. And I continue to bring on those listeners to tell their Disney World stories. I think it's because of the family nature of our show. And every day they tell me their stories on our private Facebook group. We get some great feedback on our private Facebook group. People were just telling me this week they really like that it's a no drama zone and they can ask questions and help other members of the Geekin' family find ways to enjoy their Disney World trips. And we also help you guys because we are independent Disney authorized travel agents with Fairy Tale Concierge. Fairy Tale Concierge is an authorized Disney vacation planner agency. And we'd love for you to join our Geekin' family. Come chat with Mama and Auntie Judy. Book your trips with us or even transfer that trip that you've already booked within. If you've booked it within the last 30 days, we'd love to be your Disney travel guides. We also got good friends, Jennifer Galambos and EJ Cruz. You can find them on their Jiminy Society Facebook page. Auntie Judy and Mama, you can email them at travelingtiaras@gmail.com. Well, the highlights from this week's show. First of all, I want to apologize to Houston Davis and his sister, who I tell a meetup story. One of my favorite meetup stories. I tell the story and I have a senior moment and I forget to mention Houston's name. So thank you, Houston, for understanding. And I did think that meetup with you and your sister at the G3 was really one of my favorites. The reason that came up is because his sister was telling me how much our podcast helped her plan her first Disney World trip. And Erin spends a bunch of time also mentioning how much our podcast has helped, especially after her first trip was kind of difficult. And then she found us and we made so many things easier for her. This is really a unique show. I was really excited to do this one. 7 kids between the ages of 9 and 4 go on with this trip with Erin and her girlfriend. They stay at the Old Key West in a 2-bedroom. This was back in July. So it's since the reopening of the park. It was only 2 weeks after the reopening. Erin says her 4-year-old is more adventurous than her on the rides. They really had a good feel for the safety there at Disney World. I'm hearing that from a lot of our geeks. They go snacking around the World Showcase. You know, they didn't do a lot of sit-down restaurants when you got 7 kids. We do have the Citrus Swirl and Dole Whip debate, which I always have fun with. She tells me they have some good fries at the Regal Eagle. You know, I'm so excited for the barbecue there in Epcot. The first time at Satuli Canteen, which is one of the favorites of all the Geekin' family. She does the Boardwalk Pizza. I love hearing all these quick service meals too. First time on the Rise of the Resistance, a fun chocolate croissant story, and lots of other fun. Like, how about the Remy scavenger hunt? Her and her kids really like all those kinds of things. 5 of the kids get a droid at the Droid Depot, and she's got lots of more stories and tips to finish off the episode. How'd you like to find out what it's like to go with your girlfriend and 7 kids to Disney World, all wearing masks, but having a great time over where all the magic happens down at Disney World? Well, it's a beautiful day here in Connecticut. A little chilly, but I'm excited. It's a Saturday. I don't usually record on a Saturday, but any chance I can get you guys on the podcast, I will work with your schedule. And I saw this young lady. She come on to our private Facebook group and looks like a great trip. So I wanted to get her on, a newbie to the podcast. So let's bring her on. She used to really wonder about people who went to Disney World at least every year. And now she's one of those, and she's a Disney bounder, and she's converted her husband to Disney, and they're looking at buying DVC. That's awesome. She completely fangirled when meeting Mary Poppins last year, and she loved the animator part of NGM Studios. I love that too. When she went as a child, she did a report on cell animation in 4th grade and wanted to be a Disney animator, but now, unfortunately, she's not. Well, please give a warm Geekin' family welcome to Erin Smith. Hey, Erin.
Hi, geeks.
Hey, Erin, great fun facts. I love that when you guys give me some great ones.
Yeah, I didn't even come close to becoming a Disney animator, but it was fun to learn about the process.
Do you love drawing? Are you an artist?
Well, I did as a child, but then I guess I never found the right mentor because I would try to draw the same thing twice and feel very much like being an animator was. But see, now everything's by computer. Maybe I should have hung in there.
Well, I know some people like Glenn Kessler who could teach you.
Yes.
We have some other artists that are fans of the show too. So maybe we could realize that dream. Yes. I love what's been your history with Disney World? Because I'm not sure that you've been very many times.
I haven't. Well, as an adult, this last trip was my 4th trip.
All right.
So I did, the thing as a kid where you pretty much went once. And I loved it.
That's more than I went when I was a kid.
Right. So there was like a 25-year gap there where Disney became huge, that I was pretty clueless about it. So my in-laws actually took us because they wanted to take the grandchildren while they were still kind of young. And that was in Thanksgiving 2018. And that shows you how bad I was at Disney because I chose the week of Thanksgiving to go. It was very busy, very busy. We didn't know where we were going. So we didn't accomplish just a whole lot.
How was what kind of research did you do for that trip?
Not much. We did have a travel agent. So she told me, to look at the rides online, but I was just on the Disney website. I didn't know there were all these blogs and podcasts and things. So I was woefully unprepared.
When did you find us?
That first trip.
When did you find our podcast?
Yes, several months after coming home and assuming we wouldn't go back to Disney for several years. I just got the hankering to go back and do it right. And I found out that my cousin had been wanting to take her daughter. And so I said, I'll take you.
Ah, nice.
So we scheduled a trip. And as soon as I scheduled the trip, I found podcasts to listen to. And I liked yours a lot. And so I learned so much, and we managed to do everything we wanted to on that next trip. I absolutely, that never gets old. I love hearing that, Erin. Thank you so much. I was thinking, I had a young man reach out to me recently. I'm trying to think, and his sister met me. She snuck up on me in a restaurant. I was at the beer garden, and I was like, I kind of jump. I always jump like when people kind of, my kids always laugh because I always get scared fast, but I think she tapped me on the shoulder and I turned around but she was saying the same thing. She says, this is my first trip to Disney World. I listened to your podcast and I got so many great tips, and I just love hearing that. So thanks a lot. Did you take a lot of notes? Like, what were some of the things can you think of something from the show that really helped you out? For that second trip?
Yeah.
Oh, well, just hearing about like touring plans and restaurants. That one we ended up doing a lot of quick services, but just to know where to stop in the park, because obviously some quick services are really just quick services and some of them are really pretty solid. And so knowing which ones were which, and just some strategies with rope dropping and which rides to ride during which parts of the day, and which character meals are most worth it and things like that. So
I love it. Yeah. How old are your kids?
My kids right now are 9, 7.5, and 4.
Wow. Okay. Those great ages. Reminds me of when
Yes.
I first brought my kids the very first time.
Yeah. My daughter was 1 the very first time we went, and that was not the most fun. But she had a great time this past time when she was 4. So.
Oh, this is great. We're going to get into that. Well, tell me, I see you're a fangirl of Mary Poppins, so not Flynn Rider?
Well, I would meet Flynn too, but I haven't had the opportunity yet.
Who's kind of your favorite character?
Oh gosh, Mary Poppins is probably up there, especially if the ones that you could actually meet in the parks.
How come? Why Mary Poppins?
I guess because I grew up with her, she's been around a long time, and I love her practically perfect in every way.
Where'd you see her?
I saw her in Magic Kingdom. I tried to find her in Epcot, but it was raining. And so I saw her in Magic Kingdom, and she told me that, yes, her chalk dress will melt in the rain, and so she can't come out in the rain.
Oh, very.
Because, she's wearing her dress from the chalk drawing that Bert did.
I love don't you love how they're in character?
Yes, I love it. And I had actually Disney bounded as her the day I was hoping to see her at Epcot, but I was Snow White the day that I met her. But she still enjoyed my outfit, and she just talked to me so much. I kind of got embarrassed.
Oh, really? How much time did you spend with Mary Poppins?
Probably a good 5 minutes or so. But yeah, this was back in December when there were still crowds, and I needed to, move along at least a little bit.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah. I love, of course, I always have my recorder with me, so I want to capture those conversations when I'm.
Yes. Well, my husband was with me on that trip, and he just kind of stood back and laughed at me interacting with her.
Yeah, I was trying to think. Magic Kingdom, I suppose I've seen her there, but yeah, definitely in Epcot at the UK Pavilion, right?
Yeah, so the UK. In the Magic Kingdom, she's in this little pavilion right behind the old Christmas shop.
Just as you were about to say that, it popped in my head. Yes.
Yes.
Now I'm with you.
She's hidden though. If you don't know to kind of peek for her over there, you wouldn't see her.
I want to say I've seen Tiana over there too. Am I off base? I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't looked for her.
Mary Poppins over there. Perfect. So did you know, was she scheduled to be there and you went over to find her, or just pop in and see her there?
I think I just walked by purposefully hoping she was there, and she happened to be there that day. So.
Good for you. You've done so you've become a geek, sounds like.
Yes, I listened to lots and lots of back podcasts.
You're full on geek now. I love it. You got your husband convinced now.
Yes, I went with him in December for a conference.
Oh, nice.
That luckily is scheduled there every year, so we hope to get back to it once the world.
Well, you must know my history of going to Disney World because of a conference. Where is this conference held?
At the Dolphin.
Oh, yeah. I know. I just have such great memories of the Dolphin and Swan from conferences. I think we're doing virtual ones. I'm doing a Microsoft conference next week, as a matter of fact, and they've had them in Orlando, but not at Dolphin and Swan. But the memory just goes back to me, and when I'm down in that area, I think about it all the time. If I'm walking through, it's so weird for me to be there in that area and not have all of these computer geeks running around with their little with their backpacks, but it gives me such a great feeling.
Yes. Well, it was really fun. It was just he and I for that trip. And so we got to do all the nice restaurants and the more adult things that you can do at Disney World. And it was very relaxing. And we loved the Epcot area. Yeah. Our first trip, even though it was crazy, we stayed at the Beach Club. And so I think that Epcot area is always going to be special to us.
Boy, you're sounding a lot like my experience. Yeah, I was, we had 3 kids also, and we had gone, Mom caught the bug like immediately. I wasn't surprised. Like, she was full on Disney World after that first trip. And I had this opportunity. Well, I had first gone there without my family for this conference. And I think it was maybe the third year or so, I had an opportunity to go. And she's like, maybe I can go with you. I went, really? I was like, what are we going to do with the kids? They were young. Oh, they could stay with my mom. I was like, really? I was like, I was shocked. But in one way I was shocked. And in another way, her love of Disney World. We would actually bring her sister down, so her and her sister would come, and then as I was at the conference, they would run around Disney World, doing right whatever you want to do as sisters.
Yep.
Who really the both of them really appreciate, because they never went as kids and had that deep love from the culture of Disney and Walt Disney and all the shows and stuff.
Yes, well, I toured a little bit by myself, and probably listening to the geeks made me more confident to be a solo tourist while he was in his classes.
I love it. You could try things. You always got to write down your must-dos. Listen to the show. I do this myself. Like, it's hard for me because I'm the host of the show, but I got to listen. Sometimes I definitely listen afterwards, and of course I'm editing, but I listen to the podcast and I try to write down little things, even if it's a little snack or a booth or something, obviously restaurants and things like that, or, an entree, or I write, and that's like my must-do list. So definitely not just our show, listen to other shows and definitely get that list going, because I think that definitely makes it fun.
Yes, I have quite a long list. I got to go to Disney World quite a few more times.
Yes. And trust me, do as I say, not as I do, because I don't always accomplish them all either. It's not easy, right?
No, I mean, no matter what, even this last trip with such low crowds, we didn't do every single thing, So
I tell you, if you walk by something, you got to do it, or else you won't get it done. Yeah. All right. Yeah. This is awesome. Let's see what you did on this trip, Erin. Okay. When did you go to Disney World?
We went right at the end of July. So it was about 2 weeks after it opened.
Wow. Courageous.
Yes. I was, well, yes, I know, because I'm still nervous. I still don't like going into restaurants right now, but I went to Disney World.
Sounds like a geek trait that we've been hearing lately from our listeners.
Well, I guess I was bored in July because I would see everybody's, all the bloggers that returned immediately, how safe they felt it was, and how there was nobody there, and the lure of nobody being there just was too strong. And then they put out that pass holder discount, and I got my annual pass back in December, and so the rooms were just such an amazing rate.
Oh, good. Where'd you stay?
So we stayed at Old Key West.
On cash.
Yes.
Nice.
We got a 2-bedroom. And of course, I was going with a friend, and so we split that, and it was so reasonable.
I love that idea. Wow, that's awesome. Well, explain to everybody how many people went on this trip.
Yeah, there were 9 of us, so we filled up the 2-bedroom. We pretty much had to have that 2-bedroom. There was me and my friend, and between us, 7 of our children.
Does she have 4 kids?
She actually has 5, but we left her youngest one at home.
Well,
so I have my 3, and she had 4 of hers.
Still, I think that's quite adventurous. I saw your pictures that you sent with your notes, and I was like, this is going to be a fun show, because I don't know that we've ever done a show. What were the age ranges?
The oldest 2 were 9, and the youngest 2 were 4. So
2 at 4 years old?
4s, 2 9s, and then a sprinkling in between.
So overall, how'd they do, Erin?
They've done really well. Well, her family goes every year, so her kids are used to Disney World, and they go full stink. They get up first thing, rope drop, and sometimes they do Mickey's Very Merry and are out till midnight. So her kids know the drill.
They're well trained.
Yes, and my boys went on a busy trip, and they hung in there last year, and so I knew they could do it. My 4-year-old daughter I didn't know how she would handle it, and she did get a little cranky sometimes from being tired, but she loved it. She loved every ride she went on.
You were saying, so the last time she was there at 1 year old, but then she came back at 4, so big difference, right?
Big difference. She was terrified of everything when she was 1. And my husband actually missed half that trip because he just brought her back to the room for a nap every afternoon. This trip, she was there for everything. So,
any special moments with her then?
Well, she was just hilarious because she'd get off a ride and want to immediately do it again. Slinky Dog ended up being her favorite, and she can tell you that to this day.
Really? I didn't realize she must. Is it just why she met the height?
She's 41 inches. So she just made all those 40-inch rides.
So she could go on almost just about everything.
Almost everything. Wow. She couldn't do Rock and Roller Coaster. She couldn't do Space Mountain. She couldn't do Flight of Passage.
Yeah, they're a little bigger. Yeah.
Yeah, those.
But still.
Yeah, she even did Tower of Terror, and I didn't do Tower of Terror because I've done Tower of Terror twice, and if I never do it again, I'm okay.
So wait a minute, Erin. Your 4-year-old is going on Tower of Terror, but you're scared.
I abandoned my friend, and she took all 7 kids on Tower of Terror while I got us lunch.
Oh my gosh, that's hysterical.
But yeah, she loved Slinky Dog, but her funniest moment was coming off the Millennium Falcon. She ended up riding Millennium Falcon 4 or 5 times.
This is crazy.
While the big kids did droids.
Wow.
And she was with my friend, and my friend said she was kind of confused about what she was doing on Millennium Falcon, but she knew there were good guys and bad guys and stuff. So
my whole party was confused on Millennium Falcon.
Exactly. So she said, "Am I a good guy? No, nice?" She called herself Nice. She said, "Are we nice?" And my friend told her, "Yes, we're the nice." She says, "Oh, I'm so nice. I'm going to kill everyone."
She's blasting everything.
Yes.
Was she the shooter?
Yes. I think when she went over and over there while she was waiting, she got to be the shooter. Or no, she got to be the pilot.
Oh, I was going to say, they let the 4-year-old pilot?
After the big kids were gone, yes.
I could see.
They definitely fought over those pilot chairs.
Do you know how
they were all there?
How'd she do as pilot?
Not too well.
I remember Judy getting off. I think one time when I wasn't there, and Auntie Judy says, "We were on the Millennium Falcon with like a 4-year-old. It crashed into everything." Oh
yes, she crashed into everything for sure. Luckily, because it's socially distanced, you only get to go with your party right now, so you're not driving everybody else crazy when your 4-year-old drives.
Yeah, it's a little embarrassing.
Falcon. Yeah.
They're giving you the dirty look.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is fun. We haven't even gotten started here yet, Erin. So first time at Old Key West, I bet then.
It was the first time for me and for my friend.
Nice.
Her family owns DVC, but they always do Poly or Copper Creek.
Sure.
And so she was really impressed actually with the size of Old Key West's rooms.
It's known for that.
Yeah, and there was enough room to spread out. I loved having the full size washer and dryer because not having to come home to a mountain of laundry was great.
That's a mom thing I've heard before.
And with the pandemic, washing the masks every day was super
awesome.
Nice too.
Very cool. What'd you think of the property?
It was beautiful. We didn't stay real close to the hospitality house, but of course we also booked the night before we went. So we probably didn't get high priority.
So you wrote down here building 33. Where in proximity were you from the main house?
That's on, I think it's called like Old Turtle Road or something, but you kind of go around the house and behind it. And so we had driven down and we pretty much used our cars. That was one way that we felt safer, was just to use our own cars to get places. And
that's good. Did you drive from Mississippi? You're from Mississippi.
I am from Mississippi. However, we've been doing a home renovation and I was staying at my parents' house when I left. So I drove over from Baton Rouge and she drove from North Mississippi and we met.
Oh, okay. So you did drive down. Yeah.
But we did both drive and we both had our cars because not all 9 of us will fit in anybody's one car.
That's probably a good call there with the buses we're hearing. I don't know that you get your whole party on the bus.
Well, yes. And I mean, that was a consideration for us as we had so many people when they are splitting you up everywhere, you just don't know what you can do. So having our own cars
made good sense.
Helpful. Mm-hmm.
I love it.
But yeah, Old Key West was beautiful and we enjoyed it. And so I would recommend it.
You had 3 bathrooms?
Well, just 2 bathrooms, but the master is split so that we could put, the girls in the tub and some boys in the shower and some more boys in the other shower and get everybody bathed at night.
What a gang. All right. And the hidden Mickeys, you found some hidden Mickeys in Old Key West?
Yes, they have said, I just really think their decor is fun because it's not over the top, but it's subtle. And so they had all those little paintings with Mickeys in them and the shower curtains with Mickeys in them and things like that.
I love that. I would love to retire at the old Key West.
I know.
Right? That was with the golf course there and the proximity, of course, on property. It's just a beautiful place, I think. I like that kind of old Key West feel, the beachy feel and the South Florida feel, for sure.
Yep. Well, and it is, I mean, where we were, we could not have walked to the hospitality house or anything like that, but you have a coffee maker in your room. And if you have a few little supplies, then you're good to go. So,
well, I had a worse room than you. I was at the farthest point you possibly could be my last time. And I had that concern too, but I do my morning coffee walks and I record. I bring my portable recorder and I release these recordings to mostly my Patreon supporters now, but I've been listening back. I got a couple more to go still. It worked out well for me because it's about a 15-minute walk. I could talk for a half hour easy reviewing my trip. Because there was times at other resorts where I'd have to walk around the property because I was too close to get my coffee.
Yeah.
It actually worked. Yeah, I was disappointed at first, but then the logistics actually worked out for me. But I can understand. It's a pretty big property. Yeah.
But it is beautiful. And like we didn't have elevators or anything to contend with. And so it was really easy.
You know, one thing I didn't do, but I can understand in the middle of the summer, must have been hot. Did you try the pool?
We did. This is the first time we used a pool at Disney, which was one of my son's big wish list things. He just had to see the pool. And of course, being at a deluxe, just driving past the pool, their eyes were like saucers with that big sandcastle and everything. So.
We've said this with kids. You'd be so excited bringing them into the parks and they come home and say the best thing of their trip was the pool.
Exactly. But that was another great thing about reduced hours is since you couldn't stay at the park, you had to leave. On our Animal Kingdom day, the park closed at 6, and so it was a good night to run over to the pool for a little while. So
was the pool crazy then because everyone's back at the resort?
Well, I would say that there was a fair number of people, but we were still able to kind of stay to ourselves in one part of the pool. And I think they had the pool tables and stuff sort of spread out from each other.
Yeah.
When you left, you had to turn your chair up against the table to show that it had been used so that they would come around and clean it after you.
Well, yeah, let's get that part. Did you feel safe?
I did. Like I said, I'm glad I had my own car.
Yeah.
But everyone wore their masks, and that seems to be what's helping most with this whole thing anyway. And so that part was fine. They had, as other people have said, they had hand sanitizer everywhere. And we just made that a rule with the kids that when we got off the ride, you had to use hand sanitizers.
Right.
We did that all day long. And
actually, more about the pool. What kind of decor? What is it like? What kind of pool is it? They all have themes.
Yeah, well, so this one's just beachy, and it has that big sand castle with the water slide in it. And so that's what the kids did over and over again for the most part, was just go up and down the water slide as much as possible.
Did you have a hard time getting them out of the pool?
A little. We had dinner somewhat to entice them, but sometimes meals aren't as interesting to kids as they are to grown-ups. So
agreed.
It was a little hard to extract them. Really, it was kind of funny because we got there late the very first night because we had driven. We were up late every night. So all of our enthusiasm waned a little bit as the trip went on because we just kept going and going and got more and more tired.
That's the truth.
Oh,
a little later to the parks. Yeah. It happens to us too. Hey, did you try the quick service there next to the pool?
We did. We ate there twice, actually. We ate at the pool. We ate the quick service, and it was pretty good. They have pulled pork, which was good, and they have those kids packs, which I think are like genius. They have them at Hollywood Studios.
Oh, what are those?
And they had them here, where they have like Cheez-Its and grapes and carrot sticks and just like snacky things that are somewhat healthy. But
is that new, Erin? Do you think?
Yeah, at least since last year, because spring of last year, my kids got them at Hollywood Studios.
So it's like a prepackaged thing?
Yeah, it kind of has little packages in it of different
nice
things, but it's not a hot dog or a hamburger or chicken nuggets, which I feel is what they're eating the whole time. And they like them because they're all their favorite kind of things.
Mac and cheese.
Yes.
Barbecue nachos. What are those?
They're just the pulled pork, over the nachos with cheese sauce and pico de gallo. And
I know you had your breakfast, but I didn't. But we're gonna get into the food portion of the podcast. I want to tell everybody. I don't know that you did a lot of sit down restaurants because you had 7 kids. Olivia's is an excellent restaurant. If you ever want to bring your husband over there, because
we tried to go there our last night, but one of the things I'll talk about being the hardest for us is we just didn't always adjust to the new hours super well.
Okay.
And so we got hung up our last night in Magic Kingdom shopping and we made it back to the resort about 20 minutes too late to eat at Olivia's. But I mean, the availability was there. I think we could have walked in
if
we had gotten there on time. But
I would call that a hidden gem. I bet, we talk about even busy times. That might be one that you can definitely get. And I'll tell you, if you ask Auntie Judy, she'll tell you that's one of her favorite restaurants on property. Mm-hmm. They have a nice prime rib. They got we had a good meal there. We had some friends come over, Nancy and her husband, I know. And we had we've had 2 good meals there. So
yes, I was disappointed that I didn't get to go there.
Yeah, nice quiet spot there. I like that.
Right.
One. Beautiful. All right, so let's talk more about. So, what'd you feed the kids?
Well, unfortunately, what the kids ate the whole time was not too interesting.
Nothing exciting there. Well,
no, and we didn't do any table services this time because we had the kids. Well, and because a lot of people have been getting last minute reservations, but they're getting them for 2 or 3 people. There weren't a lot of last minute reservations for 9 people.
So no
Not
character
even for
meals.
4 and 5 people.
Yeah,
so.
that makes sense. Well, tell us we love hearing about quick service. Did you do some quick service?
Yes. Well, in our Epcot day, we kind of just snacked because, of course, Epcot is a great place to snack around. And my friend and I got to try some of the booths at the
what'd you try?
Food and whatever it is this year.
I know. The garden and food
yes.
festival. Is that what you found it to be too? Was it a little mixture of the 2 festivals?
It was a little mixture. We had some really good tacos at the Mexico cart.
I'm all about tacos at the Mexico cart.
Oh my gosh. I would say it was probably one of the best things we ate while we were there this time.
How come? What were they? What was so good about them?
I had a pork tostada kind of taco. It was kind of crunchy, I guess, with pork on top and
love that.
Some avocado and other. It was really good. And she had a ribeye taco with onions and stuff on it.
You're killing me already. I am starving right now, actually.
So we were like super excited about this. And plus, the ladies at that cart were so kind. I tried to go out of my way to thank all the cast members for being there on this trip. And so I was doing that. They were just so sweet and talked back to me. And they said that they were so happy that we were there. They gave us free water. She's like, "Oh, here, have some water. Oh, are those your kids? Have some water." And I was like, "There's more kids." She was like, "Oh, do you have more kids?" I was like, "You don't have to give us all this free water." But she did. She gave all 7 kids free water.
A bottle of water?
Yes, the little bottles, but yes.
Still.
I know.
Yes, I
in
have.
Disney World, that was probably like $20 worth of water.
Do you have one for my other 8 kids?
I know, exactly. I'm like, where are all these kids coming from?
Feeding the whole World Showcase.
Exactly. So
I've heard this, Erin. We were talking, we had a live Facebook last week. We brought on some folks that have been down there. They were making the same comment between the guests and the cast members. Everyone's so appreciative of being there, I think, right now.
Yes. So that was one of my favorite cast interactions was with the ladies at the Mexico booth.
And of course, the college program has been suspended for right now.
Yes, and that was different. It was just a bunch of Americans in all of Epcot. And they had on their Epcot button-downs that have all the different flags of the world.
Okay.
On there, but not many traditional.
Good to know the food was still, I'm all about snacking around Epcot. Anything else good?
Yeah, we also tried some stuff at the Africa booth. We had the corn and white beans, which is pretty good, but also had the shrimp there over couscous, and I thought that was really good.
Yummy.
So, and spicy, it was a little spicy, so you have to be okay with a little spicy there. And it was adventurous.
I find Disney World not all the time is very spicy. They kind of tone it down.
Yeah.
Like my speed.
Right.
Well,
so
you're from Mississippi. You have spicy food in Mississippi?
Not so much in Mississippi, but
Louisiana?
I'm from Louisiana. So yeah, I do tolerate spice pretty well.
You know how to do it right.
Yes. Let's see. We also, I have developed a habit of going into the caramel couche.
Are you Are you into the sweets at Disney World?
I do love sweets.
You have some favorites?
I love the caramel corn at the caramel shop.
Yeah.
And all kinds of ice cream and Dole Whips. And I did try citrus roll when I was there in December, just for you.
All right.
And I did really like it.
Okay. I was getting all kind of anxious here. I saw that coming.
Well, actually, I can't decide which one I like better. And I didn't get to try both of them on this trip. So I'm still waiting for a trip where I get to go straight from one to the other and really get to decide between the two.
It's fun to have fun with that one because, the Dole Whip gets all of the, I love having fun with this one because the Dole Whip gets all the press. Yes. It gets all the press, right?
It does.
And the Dole Whip is sweet, but the orange one is tart.
Yes.
The citrus swirl is tart, right? And
yes.
I find people don't, they usually go in one camp or the other.
Yeah, I don't know. I like all of them.
I think I'm in your camp too. I mean, I like I like the tart better. I like the sweet tarts, those candies. I like Sour Patch Kids and all that stuff. I like all that garbage.
I like dueling flavors as well. I like sweet and salty, sweet and tart, spicy and sweet. So,
did you ever hear something good on the podcast that you tried as a treat and went, yeah, like a cinnamon bun or something?
Well, the citrus swirl, I wouldn't have even I didn't know it existed. And so so when I was there with my husband in December, we got the cheeseburger rolls and a citrus swirl, and I felt very geeky.
She's like,
they were both really good.
I just did the geeking on thing. Yeah.
Yes.
Those two get big talks of the rolls. Yeah. The cheeseburger roll. How was that?
Oh, those were awesome.
Yeah, aren't they?
I really liked those.
I don't think I've come across anybody that's like said we weren't right on with that one.
Yes, my husband really liked that. And what was another one? I tried the churro ice cream sandwich last year because of the podcast.
Yeah,
and that one was good.
Right.
And
I love that one.
I had a guest on cinnamon roll with my children based on the podcast, and I will say that one was a little disappointing. I think we didn't get a fresh batch.
Oh, okay.
I think it might have been sitting there a while.
Was it dry?
Yeah, it just wasn't super moist, and so
it happens. I had some really good ones last time. I took some pictures of the full pan. Like they're pulling, you get there early.
Yeah.
Get there early and get that fresh. I think you're right. I'll admit to that. Try it again when they get a nice big fluffy one.
We'll have to go we'll have to rope drop guest stalls.
Or thereabouts. Well, you got 7 or 8 kids. You really got to do those rides.
Well, that was just it. This time, everybody was like ride, and getting to ride a ride multiple times in a row is just.
Well, the crowds must have been amazing for you at that time.
They were, back in July, they definitely were still at a trickle.
Yeah.
And so,
you probably got to ride everything that was open.
We got to ride everything, I think.
Nice.
And some things several times, things that you just would never get to, Flight of Passage is often I did it. And you're like, next time I'll go on it again.
That's awesome.
So getting to go on it over and over is just.
I think you made a good decision.
Yep.
All right. So, I see another one here. I don't know if people know from the podcast, but this is one of my favorite treats is the carrot cake cookie. But this one, what's this hops and barley carrot cake?
Yes, that was our last booth, the hops and barley booth over at American Pavilion. Yeah. We got a piece of the carrot cake there, and it was so good. Oh. Yes, it was, I would say, better than just like the ones that are there all the time.
Really? It's moist?
Yes. It was moist, and it had delicious cream cheese frosting where you could really taste the cream cheese. And
I love that. We went up to Judy's one night recently, and I picked up, it was pretty good. The grocery stores, and I don't know if you guys have BJ's wholesale clubs in your area. That's more of a Northeast thing maybe, but they have a great carrot cake. I brought that up to them. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, the cream cheese frosting, fantastic.
Cream cheese frosting is everything.
Oh my gosh.
And my kids ate at Regal Eagle. I didn't, because we had been eating booth things.
Yeah.
But
yeah, did they enjoy that?
They did. And what I was impressed with was their fries, their seasoned fries. And so I took a couple, of course.
for testing purposes.
That's right. Exactly. Got a report. And they were really good.
Oh, good.
And the other thing I really liked was that they have watermelon as a side.
Oh, cool.
And first of all, I just think watermelon is fabulous. And it's not something that's available most places. And kids love watermelon. And so
cool.
I was really excited that was a side at Regal Eagle. So,
I'm concerned with my Southern listeners and their reports on the Regal Eagle.
Yes, that's right.
You're going to hear Ben Kennedy come on this coming Monday from when we're talking here, Erin. And he's from Louisiana. So he's like a barbecue, snob. Guru. But he's okay, and I am so excited about that restaurant. So I'm gonna love it. I might try brisket, I think, because I don't know, because he was saying the same thing. He goes, I should have got the brisket. What'd your kids have there? Do you remember?
They just had hamburgers.
They could have been to the old one.
I know.
Try the same hamburger from the old place.
I know they're not any fun.
Kids just are no fun. Why do we bring them, Erin?
I don't know. It does make the trip very different. You have adult trips and kid trips.
And I'm only kidding everybody. I love kids. I love borrowing them. I love borrowing your kids when I'm down because they're so cute. They are so much fun to be with.
Well, they had a great time. I will say I highly recommend going with friends because I think my kids enjoyed this trip to Disney more than any they ever have because they were there with their best friends.
I was going to say, oh, that's awesome. Do you think they were better behaved because there were other people there?
To some extent. There was still some sibling squabble between.
They weren't, okay, they were too good of friends where they could still fight amongst themselves.
Yeah, and occasionally we had to say, okay, we're just all going to sit in our each families for this show and give everyone a break for a minute. But,
that's awesome.
But yeah, we find in general that if the kid has a friend, they're not mama, mama, mama all day long, because they're.
I love it. This is a cool trip. I love this dynamic.
So.
Oh, I see something you did for the first time.
What's that?
Satuli.
Yes, Satuli, when we were in Animal Kingdom. I have been trying to go there for the last 3 trips and it just hasn't worked out. And
funny how that happens at Disney World.
I know. I was so excited to get that. Kind of convinced my friend. I think she might have been a little bit like, can the kids eat there? But they had hot dogs, so the kids were good to go.
They have those pod things too, I know.
They do.
Burger pods. I don't know if they tried those, but.
I think one of my sons would have eaten those, but it has pickle in it, which makes
that was
like.
Oh, wait a minute.
Exactly.
Can you use my sound effects today?
Yes.
Nice. Everybody talks up Satuli Canteen. So did we overblow it?
No, I really enjoyed it. I like that you can pick and make your bowl however you want to. I actually love all the bowls at Disney World.
That's a popular thing these days. Yeah.
Yes. When I came home from a trip last year, I put a bowl into our meal rotation here at home because it's so much fun.
Yeah.
So I had a salad bowl with shrimp.
Nice.
My friend had noodle bowl with chicken, I think.
Yeah.
And so it's fun being able to pick your own sauces and stuff. And I thought it was good. And I, again, taste tested the homemade chips that came with the kids' hot dogs, and those were really good.
That's a killer for me. I love chips, especially the homemade ones.
Well, these are like all purple and orange and stuff. They're different kinds of potatoes, and I thought they were really good.
I got to go grocery shopping after this, Erin. It's not going to be...
Better get a snack.
It's going to be a big bill, I think.
Yes. Well, we really enjoyed that one. And it was my birthday during the trip. And so my friend went and got me a birthday button the very first morning. And that thing gets you places. And so
yeah? Tell me.
we had free cupcakes at Satuli.
Nice. How was the cupcake there? Was it a big monstrous one?
They weren't monstrous. And we actually, one of the little girls had a birthday coming up too. So she had a birthday button as well.
Perfect.
And so I think we had 4 cupcakes to divide between us. Everybody got kind of a half of a cupcake.
That's good.
It was solid. It wasn't amazing, but it was real. It tasted better because it was a special birthday surprise.
Free and birthday is a good thing.
That's right. And Satuli, you can sit outside. There was plenty of table space. The cast members were constantly walking by and asking if they could get us things and cleaning up, right after people and stuff. They were so sweet and patient with our 2 tables of kids. Yeah. So
perfect.
I thought it was great.
I'm glad. I'm not surprised with Satuli. So with that, and many people say Satuli is their favorite quick serve on property. What do you think your favorite is now with your history? Overall, I actually I did like Satuli. I had a really great meal at Sunshine Seasons one time in Epcot, which you just wouldn't expect because it's like a food court. But I had salmon and cheese grits and succotash there one time. But I think amazing. A lot of you were saying how many good things are in Epcot to snack on, but Sunshine Season is definitely a favorite of many people. I know my wife, Mama, would say that for sure.
Yes. Well, I was so glad to learn that because our first trip to Disney, Epcot was our first day. And I can remember being in the land pavilion thinking, let's not eat there. It's a food court, And then I learned that was a really solid place to eat.
Then she was listening to the Geekin' on WW podcast and heard many people rave about, she's like, oh, I was wrong. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was wrong. Yeah. It is kind of amazing the amount of people that Disney World feeds, and whether you're back at your food court at your resort. I'm shocked, really, I think, but I'm not that picky. But still, I'm probably a bad one to say that, but most people say the same thing.
Yeah, no, I'm really impressed that they have tried to up their game and not make it just what the kids like to eat. But I am relieved that they still have what the kids like to eat because that's what the kids eat.
I think even the kids' staples are pretty good. I have the adults were like, I love chicken. What was it? Jeff McCartney came on recently. I love chicken fingers or something.
Yes.
The sauces or something. Yeah. Or the mac and cheese. Tell me you can find better mac and cheese anywhere in the world, right?
No, it's really, we've been to Flame Tree and had the pork macaroni and cheese. That's pretty good too.
Absolutely. So here's a good one that you said was unexpectedly good. Boardwalk Pizza?
Yeah, so I'd heard mixed reviews about Boardwalk Pizza, but it was sort of our only option the night we had gone to Hollywood Studios. Again, we kept shutting down the parks and not realizing that the resorts, by the time we got back to them, were going to be closing the food places. And so the Boardwalk Pizza window was open later. We were actually pleasantly, it wasn't like the world's best pizza, but I thought it was really solid pizza.
Solid is good.
Yeah. And
well, let's be, I don't hate to be Mr. Obvious, but that's on the Disney Boardwalk, I would say, near Flying Fish, kind of between ESPN and Flying Fish area, right?
Yes. Yeah. We had quite the adventurous day when we went to Hollywood Studios. We got up early because we needed to get Rise of the Resistance. And so and my friend, like I said, she goes with a huge group every year. And so she is a diehard rope dropper. And so she just had a hard time wrapping her mind around the fact that in general, we didn't have to rope drop this trip, but we were still trying to for Hollywood Studios because of Rise of the Resistance. And so we had gotten up early. It didn't open till 10 and we were pulling into the parking lot around 9. But they wouldn't let us in. You couldn't get in the parking lot. And we were sort of we're in 2 separate cars. And so we were like, ah.
Yes.
And so,
I heard this of the early. Yes.
Yes. And so we had to turn around.
So just to be clear, too, we're starting to hear more crowds, especially on the weekends.
Yeah.
So what you're hearing right now from Erin's trip might not be your same experience. I think you want a rope drop now.
Yes, I think it's getting more important to rope drop. And honestly, they've reduced the hours now, even from when I was there. Yep. So really, you might as well go for the whole time if you really want to do everything. But anyway, we got turned around and we were kind of deciding what to do. Should we just drive around until they let us in the park or the parking lot rather? And she just drove us over towards the Epcot area. And I was thinking, what is she doing? And I was like, oh, the Skyliner. And then I was concerned because I had heard that different resorts wouldn't let you in if you didn't have like a reservation.
Sure.
But the Boardwalk guy let us in. I guess she told him we were going to Hollywood Studios, and we parked at Boardwalk with no problem whatsoever.
Again, the time you were there. I mean, it could be different. Your experience could be different.
Well, exactly. I was surprised because people had reported that they weren't letting different people come in. So we walked over to the Skyliner, and there was a line, and we thought it would be going already. So we stood in the line for a while, and everybody was starting to buzz about whether or not this was actually going to start moving. Yeah. There were no cast members around because Epcot does not open until
11
or 12 it was at that time. Some people were saying they had ridden the Skyliner yesterday at the same time, and it was open, and we were wondering if it was going to open. And finally, it was getting too close for us to miss. And so we ended up basically jogging to Hollywood Studios from International Gateway with our strollers, which is not good for temperature checks.
Yeah, that was a weird start.
It was a weird start, although kind of funny.
It worked.
And we were, jogging in masks across Florida. But
you were jogging because you wanted to get on Rise of the Resistance.
Yes, and of course, by then, everybody had been let into Hollywood Studios parking lot, and so there was a line, but we managed to get in the gate and over on the side at about 9:58 to get our Rise, and we got our Rise of the Resistance boarding group. We were really excited, so it was a crazy morning.
It was like a 10 o'clock hit your phone deal?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. We were like, pull it up as fast as you can, and we got it right away. So that was great, but it left us parked at Boardwalk when we left that night. So we actually did get to ride the Skyliner.
Oh, cool.
From Hollywood Studios back to...
Yeah, that worked out well.
And the kids loved that. Then we just ate pizza at the Boardwalk, and it was awesome because it just so happened to be the movie Under the Stars night at Boardwalk.
Oh.
So they caught the second half of Ralph Breaks the Internet while eating their pizza.
Oh, good movie. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of a rough start, but it ended up working out pretty fun.
Yes. We were really glad that we had taken the chance on doing something kind of crazy. So.
Very good. Good job. Did you do this was that the first time you did the Rise of the Resistance?
Yes.
Okay.
We were there back in, my husband and I were there in December, but we didn't get to rope drop that day. And so we didn't get to get on the Rise of the Resistance.
All right.
So
what'd you think?
It was our first time. Everybody's first time on it. And it was really cool. We did have one of our 7 children that had to stop and go to the bathroom in the middle of it, which sort of broke the...
There is that.
broke the immersive nature of it a little bit.
So I'm thinking of logistics of Rise of the Resistance. I'm not sure where you go to the bathroom there.
It was somewhere during this, I think it was right before we got interrogated. When we were lining up, they were able to take him off through a back door and interrogate him extra or something.
Did you lose a child in Rise of the Resistance?
No, luckily he came back. But
did you have to wait for him? Yeah.
For a second, I think we held them up slightly. It was a little embarrassing, but
Well, good to know, especially old guys like me who may have to go to the bathroom in the middle of
in the middle. I know. Well, that's what Disney cast members are, just endlessly helpful and accommodating. And so
excuse me, but where do you go to the bathroom here?
I know that the First Order has taken us prisoner, but
well, that happens in a lot of those movies, but usually they're trying to escape when they're asked to go to the bathroom.
But no, it was awesome. I mean, just the fact that it had so many layers.
Yeah.
It's really neat. So
I love it. I think you've got some really good fun stories. I was reading through it. I thought you were going to be light with the food, but that actually was a lot of fun talking about your food experiences.
Yes. Well, and I did have a funny story from Epcot. After dinner, of course, we had to go to Les Artisans de Glace, and get ice cream before we left.
Of course. That's what we do.
Yes, but my daughter is funny and does not eat anything cold. And so she would not have ice cream. And so I took her into Les Halles to get a cookie. But of course, if you walk into Les Halles, you can't just buy a cookie because there's everything delicious in there. And so I was thinking, I'm about to eat ice cream. What do I need at Les Halles?
The pastries, right?
There was a tray of chocolate croissants just looking at me. And I quickly thought, what can I do with chocolate croissants? I could feed everybody in the morning. And they're huge.
Oh, yeah.
So even though there's 9 of us, there were 8 croissants left. And I'd kind of been talking with the cast member, telling him I was trying to decide. And I said, well, I think I'll just take 8 chocolate croissants. And he goes, that's what everybody says. Yeah, it's funny when everybody wants everything when they come in here. And I was like, yeah, I know. Like, can I really have 8 chocolate croissants? And he was like, oh, I know. That's what everybody says.
Really? He didn't believe you.
No, he didn't. He was like, no. Can we box up 8 chocolate croissants so I can take them with me? And he's like, oh, you really want all 8 of them? And I was like,
you know, many times we don't take things home and we wish we did the next morning.
Yes. Well, so
especially from there,
we actually didn't have boxes big enough for 8 chocolate croissants. And
they're not built for takeout.
No, but that was a great breakfast back at our old Key West room the next morning. We cut them up and had chocolate croissants. They were good.
Still good the next day?
Yeah. So, I was worried that they might dry out a little, but they didn't. They were still delicious.
I love those. So I love croissants.
That was kind of fun to shock the cast member.
I'm impressed you know the name of the place, too. As the host of the podcast, I probably should be able to say that, but I'll leave that to my guests. Good job. So I love that little quirk your daughter has. She doesn't like cold things.
Yes. She's obviously the baby of the family.
That's a great one. I love it. Any other good stories?
Well, we also in World Showcase did the Remy scavenger hunt.
Oh yeah, that's always a lot of fun. I see that with the kids too. Yeah,
the kids loved it.
Remy's a good one.
We went and got the sticker charts at Mouse Gear.
Right.
So every time they found them, they could put the sticker. And they also, so the prize for doing it were these little flower and garden cups, little plastic. But
drink
nice
cups?
Plastic.
Yeah.
Drink cups
I like those, but that's
Orange Bird or Mickey or Minnie or whatever on
them.
Could you
choose?
They're so cute.
Yeah, could you choose?
You could. There were 4 to choose from.
Nice.
So each kid could pick which one they wanted. And
did you buy 4 of these?
I bought 3, yes. And my friend bought 4.
Oh, so you had 7 of them. Wow. Everybody had one.
Cups, 7 sticker charts. But it was a great little souvenir because they've loved drinking out of them since we got home, and they're indestructible. And
I'd love to see a picture of those. I love those little gifts that everybody loves the scavenger hunts. And Remy's cool. Was he hard to find?
He was cool. He was hard to find at first, but once we kind of got going, it was better. And my oldest son, really got into finding him. And so we had to, by the end, we were running through World Showcase at closing to try to find the last 2 Remys.
Truth be known, Erin, I had to cheat a few times.
Well, we
on the
cheated
internet.
The first time, in Mexico, we were like, we don't know where this is. And we don't know, are they in the pavilions? Are they outside the pavilions?
Yeah.
He gave us a hint on the first one, and then we kind of
Where was he in Mexico?
Where to find him. In Mexico, he was across from the pavilion on one of the buildings that faces the water.
Oh, yeah.
He's almost always up, on a balcony or a ledge or something. I think
that's where I saw him last. He's near my Mexican margarita place.
Yes.
He's up on that building there.
Mm-hmm. So the
he's
kids
so cute.
Yes. They had so much fun doing that.
Excellent. That is another tip from the podcast that you wouldn't know unless you heard it somewhere or read it somewhere.
And even the Seas has a scavenger hunt.
Really?
The Seas Pavilion. They have this little sticker book there too that you can pick up, and every time you see an exhibit, you can put the stickers. We actually had so much time this trip that we did that one at the Seas too, and our kids loved. I feel like a lot of people just walk in there and walk back out, but the kids love the aquarium.
Oh, I do. I'm a big fan. I've got a beg, Mom. Can we spend more time at the aquarium?
Mm-hmm.
I love watching them feeding the fish. That's one of the things.
Yes.
Last time I was there, they were doing one of the tours with the dolphins.
Yes.
In the tank where the dolphins are, obviously. And you could see, I had never seen this before, but you could, and I've had guests come on the show that have done this experience. Susan Cox comes to my mind. I talked to her after I had seen this, but the guests are like on a platform, and the dolphins are doing tricks for them. Like the handlers are helping them, and the dolphins are playing and doing the whole thing. I thought that I'm fascinated by animals. I love animals anyway. So
yes,
as you can see my fish tanks.
Yes,
probably
you've got your little mini seas pavilion in your office.
It's very true.
My son talked one of the marine biologist cast members' ear off one time in the seas. He just asked her question after question.
They love that.
Well, I'm like, probably she gets ignored half the time, and so
I agree. Yeah,
I kind of just let him go.
Me and Judy are the ones that like They had, I remember Animal Kingdom had the baby snow leopard or some, we were all about that. Just like, tell us everything about the babies. Love it.
So the kids really enjoyed the scavenger hunts at Epcot. So
I saw a picture.
I would definitely recommend.
I saw a picture I think they probably loved, the droid depot. Everybody's holding up a droid.
Yes, I know we were a little bit like we made a scene. It was like 5 of us walking with these huge droid boxes. But that was this whole trip was last minute. But when we were in Hollywood Studios, my friend said, "Do you want to do Droid Depot?" And I was like, "Well, can we? We don't have an appointment." And she was like, "You can get an appointment today." And I said, "Well, we had a trip canceled in May, and my sons had saved their money to do a droid." And I said, "Well, that would be great. They've been wanting to do it." And she said, "We can never do it because we're always here at Disney World with 25 people. So this was perfect for my kids." And so we had the 5 oldest kids make a droid. That's how the 2 little girls ended up driving the Millennium Falcon over and over again. And my son especially just loves all things robot and robotics and whatnot. And so this was like his dream. He had watched YouTube videos of people doing it. And so he was thrilled. And it was funny because I was listening to the podcast last week and they were talking about how it's a little underwhelming. And I will say as a grown up, I felt that way.
Okay.
I was like,
yeah,
it's small in here.
Yeah.
And it's not quite as assembly line-ish as I thought it was going to be. However, for a kid, they thought it was so cool. There were droid pieces and parts hanging from the ceilings everywhere.
Makes total sense.
They loved it. And, they get to use that little drill thing that screws the screws in. And
yeah. Thanks for that distinction. I like that because the guests we had on were adults and they had just done the lightsaber, which is supposed to be, we're just hearing like that's the most amazing theme park experience they've ever had. So
I know based on that, I'm like, we might try to put that off a little while so they can appreciate it better. Cause they thought building the droids was really fun. Yeah. And my boys have played with them almost every day since we came home.
That was a question in my head. I was waiting to ask. That's good. Yes. That's something. That's cool.
They love them. They're not even that sophisticated. Like they have a very simple remote control that just moves them around, but they have droid battles where they run them at each other and stuff.
That sounds like something I would have done when I was a kid. We had Rock'em Sock'em robots when I was a kid.
Exactly.
Ram to smash it. Then the head would pop up.
Yes. But I would say it's been a worthwhile investment since they've played with them when they got home. In fact, they're going to see the friends we went with later today, and they're going to all get their droids together.
Oh, cool.
Have a big droid battle.
Of course. You guys will reminisce about your trip.
Yes. So it ended up being really fun. It was very last minute. We made the appointment the day of. The only thing is we went kind of at the end of the day and we had to carry those 5 boxes with us. It worked out fine and they really enjoyed it. So
good stuff. I think did we cover all your good stories so far?
I think mostly the stories. Yeah. We did the Wilderness Explorers at
good.
Animal Kingdom too. That was another fun kid thing. We didn't do nearly as much of that one because once we found out we could ride Flight of Passage over and over again, we spent a good amount of time doing that.
I do see you were talking about another thing with the cast members. You got a story here with a conversation from.
Oh, well, so we were 2 adults with 7 children. And so, anytime you have more than 2 children, people will sometimes comment on the number of children that you have. And my sweet friend who has 5 children gets such comments all the time.
God bless you.
Yes, exactly. We got lots of your hands are full and that kind of. But this one cast member at Old Key West, she was a little bit of an older lady. She's from the Philippines. And she said, "Are all of those children in the same family?" to me. And I said, "No, 3 of them are mine and 4 of them are my friends." And she's like, "Oh, I love big families. I come from a big family. I had 14 brothers and sisters." And I said, "Wow, you
awesome.
win."
Yeah, we thought we were busy until you hear someone like that. Yeah.
But it was just sweet that she, liked it and that she was kind about the number of children we had with us.
And I've heard people from the Philippines are really sweet people.
They are.
They're really, yeah.
I had interacted with her the first day too. We had magic band trouble because since my friend and I had both been separately, when we tried to join everything in our room, our magic bands were all sort of mixed up with each other.
Yeah.
And this lady helped me a lot going back and forth trying to get my magic band ready for the park. So
beautiful.
Very kind.
Great stories, Erin. You did a great job. Now, this is the controversial part of the show.
Okay.
Was there anything on this trip that's overrated?
I don't think a lot at Disney World is overrated. I think I put Mickey pretzels because every time I get a Mickey pretzel, I'm hoping that it's going to be really delicious. And I just don't think they're very delicious. I'd rather go to the mall and
that
get
is
Auntie Anne's.
Yes, but I think that is very controversial on this show. I gotta tell you. All the hate mail is going to go to you, Erin.
I'm sorry.
Wow. Have you tried plastic cheese yet on your Mickey pretzel?
A little, but the Mickey pretzel itself, I find just to not be salty enough and soft enough. And so
we haven't gotten a good Mickey pretzel yet.
No, I have not found a good Mickey pretzel.
I'm telling you, both Auntie Judy and I are upset about this because we love these things. Actually, the one Lindsay always talks about having is the one that's got the cheese in the middle. I think is the one she likes, jalapeno cheese or something in there.
Yeah. Well, luckily, I bought this one for my son, and he seemed to not have a problem with it. So.
I love mustard on my pretzels too.
Yes, I'd rather a Mickey bar any day.
All right, we'll take it easy on you. I think you've already talked about the underrated stuff.
Yeah, just all the scavenger hunts and stuff, and just I like all the slow stuff. I love living with the land and
geeks
all the
mostly
slower rides. That people kind of
don't appreciate as much. Yeah, yeah, you like to go deep.
Yeah, we rode out to Rafiki's Planet, and
I was thinking of that. Did they have the animation studio there?
They did, and I just kind of had to eavesdrop on it because I was hoping we could make it, but it ended up raining at Animal Kingdom, and it slowed us down a little bit. I didn't get to do a class there. Plus, I wasn't sure the lower half of our kids, age-wise, would be able to sit through it, but I did get to observe part of one, and
I'm so glad they have it there now. That was something it's fun.
It's a great idea.
Especially with kids. If you're ever there during the Festival of the Arts, they have it at that Odyssey building, that weird building in Epcot. That's where they've had it in the past. So that's a great thing to do with kids too.
Yeah.
Or big kids like me.
Right. Well, we got to see the veterinarian section of the.
Oh, good. Did they do anything?
They weren't doing anything when we were there, but they have videos constantly playing. Okay. So we didn't get to stay out there very long, but I think it's just fun. It's there, to go see a train ride, which is always a thrill for kids. So.
I'm so glad they still have the veterinarian station. I've been very lucky in seeing surgeries and the cast members talking about the surgeries and that kind of thing.
Right.
Or checkups with large animals. So definitely make the trip out there. That's one of my, like you said, some people might skip that.
Right. But it's definitely worth it to go out there. So.
All right. Anything you do on every trip now, Erin?
Well, I'm still making my way through all my firsts at Disney World. As I said, I think the caramel store in Epcot is becoming part of my do every trip. And I do love the Epcot resort area. So I was really glad to make it over to the boardwalk this time, just because I love that part of Disney World. I think it's really worthwhile to go over there if you're not staying there.
Anything that you learned new on this trip?
I don't know if there's anything I learned new too much this time, other than it's completely different right now with the hours and stuff. And I would highly recommend that if somebody's going down there, that they check out what is open and when it is open, so you don't get stuck.
And I think it's going to change all the time. So
exactly.
It's hard for us to give you advice on this because we're in a fluent situation.
Well, right. But the advice is just to make sure you check it out, because like my friend who I said goes all the time, and all of the geeks who go all the time, you think, oh, I know when this closes, or I know this is my routine for how I do things. And then you get there and you're like, oh, it's not open.
Did you try the mobile ordering?
I did. Well, everything is mobile order right now at quick service. And it actually is really nice. You just put it in there. You walk up. You don't even have to go up to the counter sometimes. I think you can sit down and show it. I think it's Satuli, maybe we did that. I don't know. But anyway, it was really easy. We did have a couple of problems once or twice because we were always ordering 7 kid meals at a time. So we did get some crosshairs occasionally with what was supposed to be
confusing.
Yes. And the only thing that's hard about that is it's hard to make your way back to the front because they're trying to keep people social distanced and going in a certain pattern.
Sure.
And so at Satuli, it was easy because cast members came up to us constantly to ask if we needed something. So I feel like if we had had a problem there, it would have been easy.
Yeah.
At Rosie's All-American and Hollywood Studios, it wasn't super busy, so it was easy to go up and fix something. At Pecos Bills, though, it was very busy.
Okay.
They were trying very hard to keep the flow of traffic going one direction.
That one's a tough spot.
So, and we did have a problem there, and it was kind of hard to get back in line and
it's kind of chaotic there for sure.
Yeah. So
here's one you put that's something new that you learned in your trip report. They have bunnies and ducks at Epcot.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen these things about stray cats and stuff. Apparently, with fewer people at Disney World, all the animals have come out. And again, just like the kids always like the pool the best, one of their favorite things was spotting these bunnies and ducks in Epcot and feeding them popcorn and goldfish while we ate our delicious Mexican tacos.
I love the wildlife at Disney World, not just Epcot, Magic Kingdom. They're so used to people. They're so friendly.
Yes.
Some of them are obnoxious. They're obnoxious at my Mexican pavilion, but other than that, they're not too bad. They're so cute though. The squirrels even.
Mm-hmm.
And,
some of the birds that hang around the restaurants you'd like to move away a little bit.
They're a little obnoxious. I'll give you that for sure.
The bunnies are a little shyer though.
That's right. Well, what are you going to do next time you go to Disney World, Erin, with all your learnings that you've been gathering?
Well, next time I hope to get into a lot more table services than I did this time.
What's a table service you want to do that you've not done yet?
Boma.
Oh yeah.
Morimoto Asia.
Yeah.
I've actually never eaten at Le Cellier.
Yeah. All good ones.
All the ones at the Grand Floridian, the Citricos and Narcoosse's and Victoria and Albert's and the Grand Floridian Cafe.
The cafes. That's a good one. That's one people don't really know much about. We like that
Topolino's.
one.
I was really disappointed because we had the trip in May that was canceled, and it just worked out that right when Topolino's was opening was when my reservation window was for May, and so nobody was making those reservations yet, and it was really easy to get a Topolino's breakfast when I made those reservations, and now it's not as easy anymore.
People are finding out. I know.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so,
it's great to be on top and see that view too.
Yeah, so that's going to be one of my top wins later on is the Topolino's. So,
well, now you're kind of a geek and an expert for sure. So what's your best advice for newcomers, especially if you're taking 7 kids with your your girlfriend?
Well, with kids, I don't always think buying Disney snacks for them is worth it because they just don't appreciate it. So I recommend still bringing goldfish and gummies in your in your backpack and water and stuff. But my biggest advice, and it was my downfall on my first trip to Disney, was to get the maps of the park and basically memorize them before you go. Because if you try to get there and you don't know where Pirates of the Caribbean is or Rock and Roller Coaster and you have to find it on the map, you're just wasting precious time.
I feel so bad for those people, and I want to help them in the parks when they're walking around with that face. Like,
yes, that was me.
The first time you
back. So I did the second time. I knew where everything was without even holding the map, and that made all the difference in the world.
Yeah, if you're new and you're going, and have a touring plan. You can definitely take advantage of touringplans.com. We've done some shows. It's been a while that we've done some shows on our favorite ways to tour the parks. But have a strategy. Have a basic strategy, right?
Yes. I feel like I just didn't know enough to even attempt to have a strategy that first time.
I've been really impressed with newbies that are going and they do all this research and they come on the podcast and like, we went on our first trip and boy, they had everything. And again, they'll say back to me, thank you for your podcast, because we got lots of ideas and all the other places they research. I'm so impressed with people like that because I was not that person either.
Exactly. I do feel like my research trip, I refer to it. At least I, had been in the physical space so that then when I memorized the map for the next time, I had some idea of what it was like in 3D. You don't want to be lost. Although it's pretty easy now, it's kind of in a circle, most of the stuff. But yes. But, some of the places are a little off the main path or whatever. I still to this day have trouble finding the entrance to Flight of Passage sometimes amidst all the Pandora foliage and some stuff.
Is it fun when they build new things and you go in and you feel like you've been such an expert and then you get in there, you're like when we went to the Star Wars land for the first time, I don't know where anything is.
Yes. Well, that's what I did feel like that this time because I had not been to Star Wars land at all before this trip. I did feel more lost in it.
It's a weird feeling for us that go all the time. But it's fun too. You have been an awesome guest, Erin. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Sure. It was fun.
When's your next trip?
Well, we tentatively have plans for December. My husband's conference is in December every year. And of course, it's virtual this year, but we still might go to Disney World. We can watch his videos while we're sitting by the pool.
That's hardcore. I love that. Being a conference fan that I am, I love that idea. I'm going to the conference anyway, even though no one else is going to be there.
That's what I asked him. I was like, can you use your CME money for this if the conference is not actually there?
That's fantastic. Well, I'm so glad you guys have become geeks, and thanks for all of the feedback on the podcast. I love hearing that. And I'm so glad we can do trip reports and people can get all this information.
Yes. Well, it's definitely fun. I would say especially for adults, but those kids loved riding those rides over and over and over again too. So
I'm so glad to hear that.
Yeah.
I'm glad you had a good trip, even with 7 kids.
We did. It was exhausting, but it was fun.
Nice job. Good work. All right. Stay in touch. All right.
We will do.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
Great job, Erin, and congratulations on bringing 7 young children to Disney World at this time. And I know everyone on the audience is so excited to hear all about that trip. Very unique. I don't think I had anyone ever tell me about bringing 7 kids down to Disney World. That's a lot of fun. Great job. And I got to do some more shout outs. I got to mention a pen pal group that Amber Springer is putting together. She put a post out into the private Facebook group. She first asked for my permission. I was like, yeah, that's great. I'm glad you're taking some leadership in that and putting that out to the group. So if you'd like to be part of the pen pal group, you can email Amber at a.l.curran, CURRAN @outlook.com, and get on the classic pen pal group. Get some mail into your real snail mailbox, I think they call it now. So great job, Amber, putting that together. She got a really good response on our private Facebook group. So if you want to be a part of that, I think I'm going to email that out to my mail list too, so people know about that. Big shout out and thanks to Holly and Dan Austin. Now, I've met these guys in the park. Speaking of little kids, they got 3 of the cutest little kids. I got some great time and pictures with them in the Star Wars land back in my last trip. And little story here. I was getting the mail, I was coming back to the house, and I look on my porch and there is a big box. My first thought in my mind, I might have even said it out loud. Oh, another thing for Lindsay. Lindsay, since she started working this year, she gets a lot of gifts or packages in the mail from Amazon and other places. And like, oh, I get another one for Lindsay. And to my surprise, it was for me, a big box too. Brought that in and Mama goes, oh, I know what that is. So much fun to get things from you guys, especially when they're from your local area. Now, this was a big stuffed Baloo. You know how Baloo is my favorite Disney World character. Dan works over at Cedar Point Amusement Park in Ohio, and he saw this. I guess they had a whole line from the Jungle Book, and he saw the Baloo, and they thought of me. Thank you so much, guys, for sending along. Also, a magnet and a pin. I love those. They're from Cedar Point. So thanks, guys. You guys are awesome. Hope I get to see you again in the parks one of these days. And Holly is one of our best trivia players on Friday nights when she plays trivia. I think she won it this week all by herself. Great job, Holly and Dan. One other thing we did, we went out for lobster rolls yesterday. I took Friday off and we went with Auntie Judy, Ken, and Mama. And then Wendy Fox showed up too. She lives pretty close to us. And we had there was a lobster truck at this brewery not far from our house up in the northwest corner of Connecticut. Cousin's lobster truck. Oh my gosh, it was so good. I had tater tots made me think of Disney World. You know how my listeners always tell me about those tater tots in Magic Kingdom, which I have never had, but it made me think of that. So I had 2 orders of those. They had this Maine lobster roll or a Connecticut lobster roll. And I didn't even know this, but the Maine lobster roll was cold with a little bit of mayonnaise, not like as much as down in Disney World at the Columbia Harbor House, but they also had a hot buttered one, which they called the Connecticut lobster roll. I actually went with the cold one. It was great. I loved it. Wendy bought a couple of them to share with everybody. And we had a couple of sodas and beers, and just a great, boy, it's been beautiful here in Connecticut. Again, today, I'm going to visit my son, Harry, up in Massachusetts later today. So that's why I'm trying to get this done on a Saturday. Thank you so much, you guys, for all your support, especially on patreon.com. Go to patreon.com if you'd like to make a monthly donation to the show. Every week, well, not every week, but I've been pretty consistent in releasing some live bonus recordings. These are recordings I did back in January. I also have some back from the G3 in October out there. If you join patreon.com/geekinonWDW, you will get these live recordings. And I appreciate you guys that sponsor our show. It means so much to me. And this week, I am going to make this Inner Circle number 40 available to everybody. So if you ever wanted to listen to a coffee walk, like this one's got the coffee walk, I do like 30 minutes. I'm in Old Key West and I'm talking about my day, the previous day, talking about a meeting I had with Kelly Louise, who's from Australia. Met her in the Mexican Pavilion, talking about the plants I bought in Epcot at the land ride. I'm so glad I mentioned the names, the passion fruit and the dragon fruit, because I forgot. They're doing actually really well. And I forgot which ones I had bought. So now I know at least the 2 of them, what they are. I'm over with Mama by ourselves over at Magic Kingdom. We go on Space Mountain. We're in the queue. So if you want to hear that little background music from the queue at Space Mountain, you'll hear that. Talking about our dinner at Raglan Road, reviewing the trip with Mom, just having a little chat. What's the crack? You'll learn what the crack is too. And that's from Raglan Road. We get on the Tomorrowland Transit Authority and ride that. So hear a little bit of that park audio and also find out who wins, me or Mama, on our Buzz Lightyear ride. So get some audio from Buzz Lightyear. So go on and check that out. It's out there for everybody to enjoy. Even if you're not a patreon.com, maybe that'll encourage you to become one of our Patreon supporters. And I really appreciate you, all you guys, all you geeks that do that for us. Thank you so much. Thanks to Chrissy Ellis for that intro. That was from about a year ago. And I love it when you guys send in intros. You can send them to me at kurt.stone@geekinonwdw.com. They're fun and easy. Just listen to the way Chrissy did it. Just tell us your name, where you're from. How about a couple of fun Disney World facts about yourself? And you go geeking on Walt Disney World with Curtis and the whole Geekin family. Again, email those to me at kurt.stone@geekinonwdw.com. Love getting regular mail from you guys. I see lots of geeks starting to book their trips for next year. February 2021 is the Geekin' Family Reunion. We call it the G3, the Grand Geekin' Gathering. Got lots of names for it. We're going to be there February 18th. That's a Thursday. We'll be at the Magic Kingdom. We're going to be Friday in Hollywood Studios, February 19th. Saturday, February 20th in Magic Kingdom. And then Sunday, February 21st in Epcot. We got a bunch of little activities going on. So lots of geeks getting together, like a scavenger hunt. We got the Kessler Run on Saturday. Hopefully we'll be able to get a picture in Epcot on Sunday, the 21st. Come join us. We'd love to see you. Reserve your trip packages with Auntie Judy and Mama. We'd love to see you down there. And let me know if you're planning on going. We got a little Facebook group, another private Facebook group just for that. And all our friends that are joining us down in February. Again, reach out to Mama, Auntie Judy, travelingtiaras@gmail. They like using their email to help you get reservations for trips. We're starting the book. Doing really good. I talked with EJ and Jennifer this past week. They're making progress also with their new Jiminy Society group, and you'll be hearing them on the podcast soon. I'm going to interview Mom and Judy this coming week, so we'll try to answer all of your travel questions, a little listener question episodes. Excited always to help you guys book your trips, and thanks for going geeking with us every single day. We love you geeks. We really appreciate you listening and geeking with us every single day. Have a magical day, and I hope all your dreams come true.
You got a little sniffle there.
I do. Our weather changed last night, and it always takes me a day or two to adjust. Got cool for the first time.
Yes. We were talking about that last night. I had to bring in some plants. My wife was telling me, bring in the plants.
It wasn't bringing the plants cool down here in Mississippi, but it was an obvious change in temperature.
Oh, you're in Mississippi. Cool. How's the hurricane situation?
Well, that all went east of us, so we've managed to dodge all of them. They've all spun away from us this year.
Oh, good.
But we're
so
in
far.
North Mississippi, so we would only get the remnants anyway.
Let's see. I'm always playing around in my office here. Seems like you never have enough space.
Nope.
So how you doing?
Pretty well. Doing pretty well.
Thanks for coming on the show.
Yes, thank you. I'm excited.
How long have you been listening to the show?
I started listening in the fall of 2018, so I guess about 2 years.
Oh, 2 years. All right.
I had a very unsuccessful first trip to Disney, and I really wanted to do it correctly the second time.
So you did research. Yeah.
I found podcasts, and I liked yours the best, and I learned a ton. And my second trip to Disney was highly successful.
Thank you. Well, definitely. I've sort of started recording. You know how I do my bloopers.
Yes.
But yeah, we'll take that endorsement as we record. I'll ask you kind of the same thing, what your history of Disney World is. I noticed on your fun facts, you had a good one with a womp womp, and it just so happens with my new Rodecaster Pro, I have that sound.
Perfect.
Built right in. So after I introduce your 3 fun facts, if I'm going to play Kermit after I introduce you, and then I'll also bring in the audience too. So
okay.
So you're ready for that when I'll do your fun facts and introduce you and say, welcome to the podcast. And just listen for that. And then when that's done, you can say hello.
Okay.
The big instructions for just relax, have fun talking about your trip. You had a good trip, right?
We did. It was still, with 7 children, it was still very busy.
I love that dynamic of this.
But it was a lot of fun. It was so fun to be so spontaneous.
I want to hear what it's like to go with 7 children. That might be a first. I kind of
thought it might be different.
It's a little, I like different. I had one guy that had like a family group of like 23 or something one time, I remember.
Yes. That's what my friend I went with, that's what she does every year. Their whole extended family.
Big
goes.
Groups. Yeah.
Yeah. So she's used to the big crowd.
Awesome. All right. I'm just going to bring up my notes and I'll be ready to go.
Okay.
Let's see. Gotta get this all ready. Thanks for sending me your notes. That always works out.
Yes. Well, it was helpful too to think about things beforehand. So,
did we talk about you coming on before you went? No, we didn't.
No. Mm-mm.
I found you after you went.
Yes, because it's been almost 2 months since I was there, actually. So
it's all right. It's all going to come back to you. All right. Oh, do you like the full name with Hayden? Erin Hayden, or just Erin?
You could just do Erin Smith. That's fine. The Hayden's just there for people finding me on Facebook.
Yep,
from my past life.
I understand. I've heard that before. That's why I ask. But sometimes I get the other answer where they want it. So, all right, I'm good. You ready to go on geeking?
Sure, ready.
Right. Oh, I am recording. All right, let's do it. That's always good. I've done that before, forgetting to hit the record button.
Yes.
That is embarrassing. Good job, Erin. That was an awesome podcast.
Thanks.
You were a lot of fun. So you're gonna hear this one pretty soon, actually. So I've got one coming out on Monday, but you're gonna be the one right after that.
Yeah, awesome.
I've sort of thinned out. I didn't have a bunch in the can, so to speak.
Yes.
So thanks for coming on. I appreciate it.
Well, I know there in May and June, it was probably like, what do we talk about? Disney World is closed.
I was starting to have that feeling a little bit. And it's interesting how people were actually reaching out to me and going, you were saying that back to me, saying, but you don't have, people aren't going to Disney World right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I did a bunch of roundtables. I kind of did them because I hadn't done them in a while and I wanted to, and I had some ideas, and that's why I did them. But then I was like, boy, I wonder how long this is going to go, because we didn't really know, obviously, back then what was going to happen. Still, to some extent, we don't know. But and I just reached out to a couple people to put some on, but it didn't get to a problem. But,
nope. Well, those roundtable ones are really helpful too, because when I was first researching, when you had the ones that were like, what's the best things to eat in Animal Kingdom, and what's the best things to eat in Epcot, what's the best things to do in Animal Kingdom, what are the best things to do? Yeah, those were really helpful.
Yes. I'll get people that are not every week listeners. You'll see some of those shows will definitely pull in people that are just surfing around for shows to watch, to listen to. I'm bringing on Jennifer and EJ next week. So I'm going to be looking for questions. We'll probably do something like that, like the travel agent kind of expert shows. Right. I want to take my podcaster, my little unit's pretty easy to bring. I'm going to bring it downstairs, and I'm going to bring Judy. I want to get Mom and Judy and Lindsay on, and take advantage of the 4 headphones and 4 microphones and do like a round table with them too. I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
But people, I'm so glad people from the podcast, people are going back in the parks, so it shouldn't have a problem.
Yes, and fingers crossed. I mean, they've done well so far. I know after I got home and reached like the 10 to 14 day mark, I was like, and they don't seem to have had problems at Disney World or even at Universal or any of those places. So that's good news.
Yeah, we're a little scared of the fall.
Yeah.
Because
well, that's why we haven't pulled the trigger on booking for December yet. We're kind of continuing to keep our eye on things, and
we'll see. We got to hope for the best. This has been a tough year all the way around.
They've extended the pass holder discount, so I'm like,
oh, nice.
Woohoo.
Oh, yeah. You could take advantage of that for December.
Through December. Yes. Super discounted right now.
Okay.
And
yeah.
So,
all right.
Yeah.
Well, if you ever need a travel agent, you know where you can get us.
Yes. I actually asked Mama for the conference. I was like, can you book conference rooms? And she was like, no, unfortunately we can't. So
conference room. What's a conference room?
Like, where you get a block rate because you're part of a conference.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, could I transfer this to you? She was like, no, we can't transfer.
That's a good question. So, I haven't mentioned that. We had a lot of people who transfer. A lot of listeners will transfer to us. It was so nice of people. I can understand, a lot of people like to do their own, but we've had a fair amount of people that transfer their bookings to us.
Yeah. Well, I had contact her back in December last year to see if I could do that. And she's like, sorry, I can't do that one.
And it's a pretty, you know what? It's a pretty easy process too. And I'm always impressed that someone will say, I'd like to transfer. Basically, we email a form, and then it's funny how people have technology now, and they'll have a printer that they can, sign it and then just make a copy of it and email it back to us. Mm-hmm. So like people will do this, like and there's a 30-day window after you book that you have to transfer. Like after that, you can't transfer it to us. Right. And I've had people like just start listening to the show and go, I want to transfer my and it's like the day before. It's like, I was like, well, when did you book? And like 30 days ago, like, are you sure? Because it's like this little window, and still they'll work out the paperwork in a day. Like, right. I mean, it takes Disney like 5. I don't know what it is now, but it's usually been like a week before we would find out if we actually got it. Mm-hmm. But obviously, those are great clients for us. They're usually listeners of the podcast who are always great people, and they're easy to work with and fun, and they know a lot. We don't have to really train them. Right. A lot of times we don't have to do much for them. They're just being nice to transfer it to us. So, so it works out, and we'll get on the phone and talk, and we'll give them some tips and stuff. There's always something, or if something goes technically wrong, we're always pretty good at fixing those problems. Right. It is really nice to have somebody kind of overlooking it for you. Our first travel agent that we had before we found the podcast, I think she did the best she could with people who knew nothing about what they were doing. But I kind of wish when I said, I want to go for Thanksgiving, she would have said, no, you don't. Not your first trip, at least. Why don't you save that one for later? I kind of like my advice to people about times to go. Now, first, I can understand first time. But a lot of people say that they've never gone. They'll say to me, well, when's the best time to go? Now, I'm talking pre-COVID and all this stuff. Right. And I would say it's always crowded, especially if you're new and you don't know. Mm-hmm. And you're not going to be able to get on unless you do all of the things we tell you to do. Right. You're not going to, you got to learn how to beat the crowds. Exactly. Right. Because the big rides are always going to have long lines, and you got to have a fast pass. Yep. And so, they were always so good at keeping the parks pretty. I mean, there's a difference between insanely crowded, like you said, like on a holiday weekend, compared to not insanely, but it's crowded. It's always crowded. It's always crowded. Especially if you're new. Yeah. So I try to change their expectations and say, let me tell you how to beat the crowds. Yeah. Right. Because you go the first week of December, and people are always saying, or second week of December, saying, oh, that's always a downtime. And then they'll come back and go, it was so crowded, I couldn't get on, Well, you didn't have a fast pass, You didn't rope drop. You didn't rope drop. Because if you do it like we do, crowds don't really bother me, and I hate waiting in lines. Yeah. Well, that's my second trip. Yeah. Went very smoothly. So much that different. First trip was just kind You're an expert now, Erin. Nice. 75,000 people in the Magic Kingdom is just a whole lot of people. Yeah. I've been there when they've closed it, like at Christmas time. Ugh. Oh, no. Yeah. It's okay if you're an expert and you can skip stuff and you're like, hey, I could just kind of people watch a little bit today or leave early. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I think we're going to the lounge now. It's 3:00. We're going to go over to the Polynesian.
I keep taking people to Disney World and have to feel like I need to like do things with them. And so I'm hoping soon to get to a super relaxed trip where I sit on Main Street and listen to the Dapper Dans and watch the people, the entertainers.
You and your husband trip. Your husband trip, maybe. This first conference trip we took, I had to take him on all the rides because, as I said, he usually took my daughter back for the nap, and he missed a lot of Disney World. So our next trip, when it's just the two of us, I do hope to just be, especially because I got my annual pass, and so you don't feel the need to like get your every dollar's worth every day. So, well, I hope you get to do Boma though.
Yes, I know. I hope buffets ever come back,
That's the other part of that. That's another reason why I just said that. Well, thanks so much. Have a great weekend. Thanks for coming on a Saturday.
Appreciate it.
Stay in touch.
All right.
See you. Bye.
Bye-bye.